welcome, podcast listeners. This is episode number 34. 34. You are here with your host, Budget Pedal Chap. You are also joined by a cornucopia of hosts this week. First of all, Mr. Paul Fletcher, say hi.
Hello. How are you doing?
Oh, not too bad. Yourself?
Yes, it's been a very interesting week at work, but let's not talk about that because I can't talk about that.
Yes, work is left at the door because this is the Fret Talk podcast. We are joined by not one,
Absolutely,
but two. That's right, two new guys this week. First of all, we're going to say hi, James.
Hello. Nice to be here for the first time.
Indeed, you've got a ridiculously baritone voice. That's
Thank you.
awfully manly. And on top of this, we are also joined by the man who's been kind of teased into our roster over the past couple of weeks. It's Mr. Adam Yeomans. Say hi.
Hello. You right?
Hello.
Hello.
For those of you who have listened, I happen to know Adam pretty well, so it's gonna be a strange one.
A bit weird. But
Indeed. Right, let's get our introductions out of the way. With James, we're going to start with you. So who are you, James?
Well, I mean, I've been playing guitar for 5, 6, 7. I wanted to go with 8 years since I was a teenager, but
Yep.
I'm a bit kind of, as far as guitar playing goes, I'm a little low on the gear side of things. I've never had particularly a lot of money, so gear wise, I'm never particularly high up there.
but he's quite high on skill.
Am I really? Thank you.
Whether he likes it or not, he is.
Me and I've been friends for the last couple of years or so I've just kind of been invited along for today. And we spent the time recently at the Midlands Guitar Show, so that's why I've been kind of roped in.
Yeah, it's a kind of teaser into what's going on later on in the show. This is going to be our Birmingham Guitar Show special, but we'll talk a little bit about that later. So,
He's very special, very, very special.
Yeah, I had a good time. It was great.
Good time.
indeed, yeah, there's some pretty good stuff there. So you say you're a little shy on the gear side, but what is it that you're playing, James?
So my current main guitar is a Reverend Buckshot. I only got that a year ago. It's probably it's the most expensive guitar I've ever owned. It's about 600 quid.
Is that like one of the Telly-esque ones, the Buckshot?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so basically, I had some £1,000 to kind of spend, and I wanted something that was kind of Telecaster-ish. I tend to play quite a lot of punk music, so I like to have my guitars a bit bright with a bit of a lot of kind of bite to them. So
Yeah.
I really quite like the Buckshot for that kind of thing. So that's been really nice. But apart from that, I mean, amp-wise, I'm a bit in between amps, shall we say, at the moment.
Very between amps.
Very in between amps.
I've been badgering him now for about 12 months to get a bloody amp here.
I've just been stealing yours.
Nice. What is this amp that you've been stealing of Fletcher's?
So I've been using your bass breaker for quite a while, and I quite like it as well. And the bass breaker's great. So yeah, I've been using that. I go to a studio quite a lot when I actually play. So the one that I tend to use there is it's what is it? It's the orange one that I sent you, the orange headstock. It's an orange head and amp. I can't actually remember what make of it is now.
It's a rocker.
Is it a rocker or a Thunder?
I think it's a rocker.
Yeah, cool.
The one that I tend to use when I'm there.
But it's a proper old school one that's been sat in this set of studios for about 25 years. So it's properly worn in. It sounds glorious.
Yeah, you can't beat a nicely beaten amp, can you?
No, they've definitely been beating up this one. It's had a couple of fights in its time by the looks of it as well.
Tell us a bit about your kind of guitar journey. Where did you start with guitar, James?
So when I was a teenager, I basically wanted to start playing. My dad actually made me make my first guitar, which is kind of a fun fact. So my dad decided that if I wanted to play guitar so badly, I should try and make one. And then when I did, he decided to buy me one because it proved that I was into it enough. And he bought me this Strat And I mean, I played that thing for about 6 years.
It's resided in my garage for about the last 9 months.
Nice.
It's one of those things where, because it's the one that I learned to play on for ages, it's the one that it's the one I know. So for years, I just didn't want to give it up.
Yeah, it feels like home.
And then I bent his arm massively
to get a new guitar. So I got the Reverend. But apart from that, I mean, I've had a couple of acoustics, but never anything particularly thingy.
But in true budget pedal shop kind of way, in true fractal kind of way, he's just managed to acquire himself this Aria acoustic.
Yeah.
Nice.
That sounds bloody brilliant, and it cost 20 quid. In fact, the strings that I bought him a set of bronze strings that were like £14.
So I mean,
something stupid.
You've got most of the value is in the strings now.
I mean, the thing was great. Like, there was a guy I know who was like moving abroad, so he literally was just like, I need to get rid of this. I have a better acoustic. I don't want to take a load of stuff with me. I'll give you 20 quid. And then he threw in a capo and a bag, which were worth more than the 20 quid I gave him. So
fair play. I've got a Telecaster that pretty much followed that rule, where there was a guy who was moving out of the country, and I essentially bid for it on eBay, and I got it for 90 quid. And it was like a telly. It's got a DiMarzio PAF pickup in the neck. It's got one of the TBX tone bucket tone pots as well. And like with those two things alone, it was more than the 90 quid. And it was just like, I would have loved to have taken it, but I can't justify taking my entire guitar collection. So I've got this just weird like parts caster, which is just amazing, and it's the reason why I have now got 8 Telecasters, I think. So it started the addiction.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've always kind of wanted a Telecaster. Instead of the Reverend Buckshot, I was thinking about getting into a Japanese telly, wasn't it? The Japanese made Fender telly.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it came down to. It was one of those two. Basically.
We managed to find him this absolutely gorgeous. I think it was like a cherry metallic red with cream binding, sort of like telly deluxe sort of style. Absolutely stunning, and we sat for 2 weeks.
I think, just trying to figure out which one I wanted to go for, that or the Buckshot, right?
And we kind of ended up sort of going the Buckshot way, I think, as much as anything, is because anybody who knew, I mean, Mr. Wilson hadn't really started his journey in buying every single guitar in the world.
Yeah, he's now collecting them all, isn't he?
A lot of we on this, because a lot of my guitar purchasing decisions have been influenced by him as well.
Yeah.
So when I bought the Custom Shop Strat last year, that was as much his purchase. It might have been my money, but he was like, if you don't buy this, I'm going to kill you.
We sat in the shop, and you sat down with it for a little bit, and then you went off to talk to him about price, and I sat down with it, and I played it, and I went, Fletch is the greatest guitar I've ever played. I've played other custom shops in this shop. This one here is the best guitar I've ever played. Like, it was kind of a,
So as much as Lewis is one of my enablers, this is the other one.
Yeah, I think you're going to hear a few of those stories from me and Yeomans as well. To be honest, we're as bad an influence on each other as you can get, and I dare not even think about the money that's racked up due to us encouraging each other.
How much money I've racked up with him encouraging me.
Yeah, he's got it the right way round, hasn't he, James?
Yeah,
he's a smart man.
Because then I can just come over and play.
That's it.
But I mean, the thing is, I think I've mentioned before that I have a musical partner in crime, and James is my musical partner in crime. And I think before I met James, so James met my wife at university. They're on the same PhD program.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
And James
really is smart then.
Yeah, he really is properly smart. He's got a master's degree in physics.
Shit, so I can't even spell that.
Mate, just don't even. I've got no idea what those two start banging on about when they start talking, but guitar language when those two start. So, but we've kind of sort of riffed off each other because it's been a long, long time since I've had anyone to play guitar with or jam with. So I like to think we've both got a lot better in the last sort of couple of years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just for an example of that from my end, I mean, I didn't used to listen to a lot of metal. Because of that, my playing style was always a bit kind of rigid and stuff, and I didn't used to do a lot of anything fast or try an alternate pick very well. So, like, that was something that, like, you kind of pushed me into doing that because you wanted to play a bit more kind of metal stuff, so I kind of picked it up.
And I've gone the opposite way, getting a bit sort of more punky sort of stuff. So we spent last summer basically being a Green Day band in my garage, and then it was great fun. And then sort of, you know, all sorts of weird sort of things. So sort of post-punk and post-rock influence that I've managed to get off of James is kind of seeing different types of music and sort of the metal and the gent and the prog and a lot of progressive stuff. He's now absorbed off of me. So it's pretty much. We're trying to come up with an acoustic duo so we can do some open mic nights.
Acoustic prog will never end well.
Exactly. This is kind of the problem. So we're thinking about calling ourselves Brie and Grapes because we're classy cheap.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, to be honest, that sounds like something that I'd do as well. So kudos to you.
Mate, this is what happens when you get two Yorkshiremen at opposite ends of the age scale together who both like to play guitars.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous combination. Anyway, enough about him. What about Yeoman? Come on, Yeomans.
Hello.
So, Yeomans, who are you? I already know this answer, so this is for the listeners.
You can answer for me. Been playing about the same time as you. I think.
So we're talking probably about like
12 years.
13 years.
Yeah. Started off with a Strat from Littlewoods. Who are they?
Littlewoods has gone safe now, hasn't it?
Playing anything.
Yeah. I meant to get it for Christmas, and it ended up getting delivered in February, so I had to wait a little bit longer for it. And I've still got it, and it's the best Strat in the world.
Indeed,
bar none. It is the best Strat in the world.
Yep.
It's a bit like the Strat James was talking about, but it is like it shouldn't be good.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like home.
Yeah.
And every time you pick it up, it's like, why do I play anything else?
Yeah.
So I've been playing about 13 years. Not so much but trying to get the technical side of it down, more as an enjoyment more than anything.
Yeah.
I know you spoke on the podcast a couple of weeks ago about actually like learning guitar and practicing, and it's never really been my thing. Sometimes I think, I will sit down and practice something, but I never do. Always just play some Gary Moore or a bit of Zeppelin instead, and then forget about learning anything. And then
for me, I mean, you're like the most. You're just a complete and utter bastard, in the sense that, like, it'll take me ages to come and learn something, and you'll just be like, yeah, I've just picked up something, and it'll be just like 10 times better. But
I can't legato like you.
Yeah. I mean, I've put some hours into the widdlies.
I'm not sure I'm going to take that, to be honest.
He's watching all those Paul Gilbert porn videos. That's what's done it.
It is, yeah.
Definitely.
It's the reason why I bought a wah pedal. That was watching certain kind of movies.
You can hide a lot behind the wah pedal as well, can't you?
Yeah.
So I'd like to get my technique a bit better, but a lot of the time I just stumble upon things by accident.
Yeah.
And some stuff comes naturally.
Especially the kind of the feel side of things.
Yeah, I mean, I like to think that I'm a good bender. Ha 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 ha. And my vibrato's pretty all right as well.
Yeah.
But apart from that,
I might have mentioned it on the podcast before, but I mean, after hearing your vibrato when we were like younger, I'm not going to say young because I don't think I ever was, but after hearing
you was always old.
That's it, yeah. After hearing your vibrato, it was like we were playing up on a stage in like a social club or something, and you just got up and did a sound check. And it was just your vibrato. I played the exact same rig, and it sounded okay. And then you went up and played it. It sounded $1 million. And I just thought, I've got to up my game. So it was moments like that, which is why I can play somewhere close to as good as I can.
I mean, we spoke about it before. Some stuff comes to different people differently. Like some people can play really fast, really light, and pick it up really quickly, and some people, like to me, like bending and vibrato are things that just come to me naturally.
Yeah.
But like I'm not a technical player in the slightest. But so that's that. I've got the strap.
I'm like that. You know, bending, vibrato, the feel side of it, I can do in spades. The speed and the technicality, I just can't do it. I've never been able to do it.
I mean, I can do it in like flurries, but you know, I mean, Adam can shred to the day's end, but I mean, I can't do it. I can do little flurries, and that's about it. But yeah, so
9-hour guitar workout.
That's it. Yeah, so the Steve Vai, that bastard thing again.
Yeah, I don't even bother. I'll just go, no thanks, and just play some BB King or something.
That's just hit that note, and then it's over.
One note a minute. I'm sorted. So I've still got that Strat, and it is the best guitar in the world. And then after that, I got an Aria Pro PE90 anniversary.
Yeah,
and
essentially like the Les Paul, and it's the Les Paul of the Aria world.
And I got it out again today because it's always the guitar that I put in the hard case. It's always at the back of the pile.
Yeah.
And I love that guitar. I've probably had that, 10 years?
Yeah.
I absolutely adore it. So yeah, that's kind of where I started. And then we was in a band together.
Yeah.
And then we wasn't in a band together.
Yeah.
And then we are in a band together.
That's it. I think since we did the whole kind of early days and like shitty school bands, we
Electric Smash.
Fuck me. Yeah.
Fishing for Love, I think one of the songs was called. And good times, though, you know.
That's it, yeah.
You learn a lot from those experiences.
You do, yeah. Not to write a fucking tune called Fishing for Love.
Songs.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute.
Yeah.
You've got some brilliant band names for you guys. Come on.
All right. So when I was 15, I were in a band at school, like with a bunch of schoolmates, and we named ourselves Siamese Dream after the Smashing Pumpkins album.
Nice.
Then we had Local Bands, which was one of ours, and then the other was Event Horizon, I think. And turned out we got a shitty email once actually from another band on SoundCloud who were a prog metal band. Who were called Event Horizon, and we were some shitty punk band made of like 19-year-olds.
And as I think I probably said before, my one and only band experience that went anywhere was a band I was in when I was working in Cambridge on work experience called The Awakening. And we were a proper 80s thrash band with a proper 80s thrash band name and a proper 80s thrash band logo.
It's rock and roll. Just for our listeners, Paul instinctively threw up the horns there. It was almost
Gotta be done, man.
Almost a gut reaction rather than there we go. A myriad of the horns. So rock and roll.
If you had got up on stage and played something like Harvester of Sorrow or For Whom the Bell Tolls amongst some really, really subpar, broke Tool-esque tunes that you've written yourself, then what are you doing with your life?
I could answer that one. Blues, pretty much. That's what we did.
Yeah, funk and blues. Yeah.
Well, fair enough.
Yeah.
Or blunk, as I like to say.
Yeah.
Blunk.
we play a mean blunk. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, later on, a couple of years ago, I went in and out of playing guitar and had a bit of a hiatus. Didn't really pick it up. Got more into the cars and stuff.
Yeah.
But in the last probably 2 years, I've really started pushing it again.
Yeah, definitely.
Been talking to you about gear and stuff as well, and upped my gear, and
that's it.
You basically spending my money for me.
That's it.
Which is always
almost single-handedly made you build a pedal board, haven't I?
Yeah, pretty much. And now I'm going to get you to build me a pedal board. Yeah,
actually physically build you a pedal board.
Physically build me a pedal, yeah. I need something stepped because I can't do the whole flat thing. It's doing my head in.
Yeah.
The pedals aren't at all pretty.
No, ugliest pedals.
Yeah, the uglier the better, yeah.
Yeah. That's a funny argument, that is. I mean, if a pedal sounds awesome and it looks good, but if it looks great and sounds crap, fuck's the point?
What you mean the Boss one?
Yeah.
The worst pedal in the world ever.
Which is this? Sorry, the call cut out on that one.
The Boss DS1, the most overhyped pedal in the world.
I'm not a fan, but then again, I'm not notoriously a Boss fan, am I? So.
No.
You've got one now.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Right. Just before we move on to our big segment, let's talk about your gear, Mr. Yeomans. Let's have a little insight into what you're playing now and what your most recent purchases were.
You know what my recent purchases are.
I was there.
You was there. No, so I've got the Sunburst Strat that's got lace sensors in it.
Yep.
Which are awesome pickups. I've got the Aria that's got Burst Booker Pro 2s, I think.
I think the Burst Booker Pros, I think they were.
Yeah.
Alnico 2s, yeah.
Strat, which is gold and sparkly, and it's got some Tex-Mex unknown things in, which is awesome and weighs an absolute ton.
Yeah, it's deceivingly heavy for a Stratocaster, isn't it?
I bet you it's not far off my Les Paul.
Yeah,
to be fair, weight-wise.
It's a hefty mofo, and it's fabulous.
Yeah, I've got another Strat with a maple board that has got a set of HSS Fletch pickups.
Oh, yeah.
Which is, for a parts guitar, is ridiculous. I've got, what else have I got? A Dan Electro DC59 that you spoke about a couple of weeks ago.
I know.
Which is starting to get a little bit more use.
It's forever in my heart, the DC59 is.
Yeah, I'm officially not allowed to sell that.
No, not at all.
Saying that, I'd make a fortune on it now. All the hipsters have gone mad for them.
Yeah.
What else have I got? I don't know. Well,
you've got a rather expensive piece of mahogany. What's that?
Oh, yeah. I brought a Les Paul, my first ever Les Paul, that I bombarded you with links to probably about 30 Les Pauls in the space of 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, what about this one? What about this one? What about this one? What about this one? I think we found the Holy Grail within reason. I mean, it's not 50s or anything, but 2000, early 2000 standards go. I think it's pretty special.
Yes. Yeah. So so it's. I think the specs that you wanted were full weight. Which this
man
thing
weight.
Man weight.
Man weight, not lady weight. Man weight. I wanted. It had to be iced tea or honey burst.
Yeah.
It is honey burst, and it is a sexy honey burst.
It is.
go for, let's face it.
Pardon?
They're the only burst to go for.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, a Heritage Cherry Burst is quite tasty sometimes. And I know Richards is a very fond fan of Lime Burst.
Oh, you can go fuck yourself.
Because I keep taking the piss out. I keep saying if I get into some really good money, I'm going to buy him a Lime Burst as like a sweet and sour, or a really nice Les Paul, but in the shittest colour you could possibly fucking buy a Les Paul.
Well, you're going to go for the custom shop version of it as well, then.
Yeah. Custom shop Gecko Burst or something. Oh.
Yeah, that. Oh, fucking no wonder they've got problems. And I originally wanted a 50s neck because the Aria's got quite a slim neck on it.
Yeah.
But it's got a 60s neck, but it's not too thin,
And Matt likes chubby necks, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean, I like it. It's at the Luthiers at the moment because I think, one owner guitar, the guy brought it in 2004, and I think he just played it instead of looking after it. So it's at the Luthiers at the moment, get it full set up, and new pots, 50s wiring, new set of Fletch vintage humbuckers.
Yeah, it's the Elysiums, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, the Elysiums.
So it's Alnico 4 pickups.
Yeah, and I'm having it out of phase in the centre position, just so it's something different to the Aria.
Yeah.
Because I don't want two humbucking single cut guitars that are very similar.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I've pretty much found my perfect Les Paul. So I can't wait to get it back, which might be Saturday, hopefully.
And what we're going to do as well on the Fret Talk podcast group, you are going to share your Aria because it is an absolutely beautiful instrument. The quilt on the front of it is just, it's sublime.
It is. I absolutely love it. And I mean, we was talking about this after the guitar show, and I don't think Aria don't push their guitars well enough in the UK.
No. They make some absolutely blinding instruments, don't they?
I mean, that Aria Pro of mine, it is absolutely phenomenal. It's not the heaviest guitar, but it's like nice and slim. It's got the cutout in the back. It's got great access up the top end of the fretboard. Really nice shaped neck. It looks the part, and okay, it might not be the best quality guitar in the world, but for their price range,
yeah,
I mean, I'd love, like I said before, I'd love to try a Japanese Masterbuilt PE because
you just can't find them, can you? They're just not in shops.
And I can only but imagine what it'll play like if mine plays like the way it does. So yeah, and I've got a Blues Cube stage.
Yeah, you've gone. I mean, you used to have a Fender Blues Deluxe, didn't you?
And as good as an amp that was, if your amp needs a new pair of valves or tubes after 12 months, you can suck a dick. I'm not interested because, especially if you was gigging it every night, fair enough.
Yeah,
really use it. Maybe that was the issue, but. Not for, but what are they touching now? 900 quid?
Yeah.
Something like that? 800, 900 quid?
Yeah, for just over half that, you got the Blues Cube, and it sounds just as good, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I paid just over $5 for it, because I got it not far after they came out.
Yeah.
Well, when they started getting a bit more popular, that's when I got mine. And I am absolutely in love with it.
Yeah.
Some people don't like them, but I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. I don't think my sound has ever been better.
Yeah.
It's got the perfect tweedy kind of Fender clean. And then it's such a good pedal platform.
Yeah, and the drive doesn't suck on it as well.
Yeah, the drive's all right. I haven't really used it much. That's I'm looking at getting the switch, the foot switch for it.
Because there's some magic you can do with that, isn't there? There's like a blend option where you can do the two channels.
Yes, so you can use the crunch and the clean channel at the same time, and then obviously you can balance them differently depending if you want a clean sound with a crunchy undertone or just to add more clarity to your crunch. Crunch sound. But I mean, I've mainly just used it as a clean platform for pedals. And as you know, I'm not really that much of a distortion guy anymore. Anyway, it's more of like an overdrive, smooth style overdrive,
smooth lead overdrive, isn't it?
And it pushes. I mean, it acts like a tube amp, you know, and without all the hassle. I mean, we was at a practice a couple of weeks ago, and I had my Aria into it, and it just the Aria on with a clean boost channel.
Yeah,
it sounded like a tube screamer.
It did,
just had that beautiful, like creamy, like tube overdrive sound, and that was a clean amp with a pair of Burstbuck Pros and a clean boost channel. And that was it. And it was like proper, with a little bit too much reverb. It's like real like Bonamassa style.
Yeah,
Bonamassa like creamy, like driven sound.
I mean,
and I love it.
I could attest that the sound was righteous. But what we're going to do now, we're going to move on to our main segment of the show with all of us on the cast today having been to the Birmingham Guitar Show over the past weekend.
Birmingham Guitar Show.
Birmingham Guitar Show. So yeah, what do you think, lads? What did you think of the guitar show?
Well, my first.
I thought. Carry on.
I was going to say, my first guitar show, so I don't have much to compare it to, but it was great. I was trying a bunch of stuff I never thought I would, so can't really argue.
How does it compare to a normal Sunday?
Yeah, it was a pretty good Sunday, I'll give you that.
Bang on.
I mean, we went...
It was definitely better than this.
Yeah, I mean, we went... What, 3 years ago?
Yeah, it's probably 4 years ago now, wasn't it?
And I think we did the whole lot in about an hour.
Yeah.
Where this time we got there for doors open just before 10 o'clock, and we pretty much had to be kicked out.
That's it.
After closing time.
That's it, yeah.
I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I think it was a great show. They did a really, really good job.
Yeah, there was so much to soak up. The first thing we've got to talk about...
I've been to a couple of smaller ones before. It's the first time I've been to that one. And I was pleasantly surprised by the variety of stuff that was there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Going from like super high-end boutique stuff down to normal sort of like, you know, guy buys his first guitar kind of guitars as well. So I was pleasantly surprised. Yeah, there was some companies that would make a great first guitar. We're going to start off with the Marshall Origin and the DSL, which were touted by Marshall. So they did a little demonstration in one of the kind of outside tents where Dr. Shreddy Pants got up on stage and played 1 million notes a second over a couple of backing tracks. And when he first plugged in, he says, "Oh yeah, I'm just going through the DSL at the moment." And both me and Adam looked at each other and thought, "Hang on, this is sounding really good. They've really tweaked this DSL voicing."
They've really upped their game on their clean channels.
Yeah, and then he says, "Oh, sorry, I'm plugged into the wrong one." So it was actually going through the Origin. In the guy's defence,
would have been plugged into a camper.
That's it. It's even better than that. It was the cables trailed behind, and he's actually into one of those little MS2 practice amps. Rip-roaring Marshall tones. But yeah, the guy who was doing the demo says he was absolutely hanging from the night before. So, I mean, those kind of errors were to be expected. However, the Marshall Origin just completely wiped the floor with the DSL. I think both of us, we mentioned how the DSL was really struggling to cut through when the guy was playing along to this backing track. And just the over compression meant that it all kind of mushed together quite a lot. Whereas the Origin, absolutely just crystal clear, every note was heard.
I think it's quite symptomatic of Marshall over the last, I'll probably say 25 years now.
Yeah.
When they get it right with something like the Origin, by God, do they get it right? But then they can get it oh so wrong. In the same hand, step forward the DSL, the new version of it, which is a bit pants.
I think it's unfair to call it pants because they have been quite popular, but
I think the original version of them were really good.
Yeah, it was trying too hard, I think, and it just didn't quite hit the mark. Well, when compared to the Origin, at least, anyway. I know our good friend Ollie, who was supposed to be on the cast today, but he's unfortunately, well, this is what he told us. He was unfortunately stuck in a pub, and that he couldn't leave that pub. So
sounds like a good night to me.
I know. But he said he played it, and he really enjoyed it. He thought the tones are really kind of rich and everything we were saying really, that like it was quite more open and not hugely compressed. However, being the youngster that he is, his complaint was that there's not enough gain. Needs more gain. So I don't know whether we interpret that. So yeah,
I think this is kind of the problem with the DSL series. I think the DSL series is trying to be almost like a Mesa Boogie Royal Atlantic or something along those lines, where it'll actually do the Marshall stuff, but it'll also pop into that high gain rectifier kind of thing as well.
Yeah,
and I think Marshall needs to stick with what they do best, which is stuff like the Origin.
Yeah, yeah, you can always add more gain on top using a pedal. You can always do that.
Yeah.
But it's hard to get the clarity if your high gain sounds don't have it. I mean, the Mesa stuff have about 40 valves per head. So, yeah, I don't think Marshall are putting stuff out that are quite meeting that.
No, but they kind of strangely want to aspire to be that kind of amp maker, and I've got absolutely no idea why.
Yeah. No, let Mesa do Mesa. And let Marshall continue doing good, dependable Marshall tones. But yeah. So, I mean, as a kind of overview of that one, Marshall Origin, big thumbs up. We'll move on to our next one, which it kind of saddens me. This one does a little bit. We got to play the Ibanez Arizona. It is the AZ, but that's our nickname over here on Fret Talk. We got to play.
Love that. Yeah, I don't know why you love that joke, but you do love that joke.
It's our Joshy Wood. He it's a little kind of throwback to him. Love you, man. So we got to play the Ibanez AZ, and you didn't, did you, Paul? And there was a reason for that. Do you want to tell us your experience?
Yeah, so the show, like a lot of guitar shows, but I think it's amplified because it's not the biggest show in the world.
Yeah. So
all of the shreddy wankers miles around all like to sort of are drawn almost as if they've got some sort of homing pigeon instinct to guitar shows go off.
Yeah.
was there, and they looked like they were probably in some kind of famous band. They wanted everybody to look at them. They wanted everybody to know that they were famous.
Yeah.
But the problem was nobody knew who the fuck they were. So they were stuck at a number of booths as we sort of walked around from the morning until we left. And they were stood at a number of booths, and they were always hogging the guitars. Now, the Ibanez booth had a lot of guitars on it, a lot.
Yeah.
But they'd obviously sort of migrated towards the new one that everybody wanted to play, which was the AZ series. Yeah. They picked the pair of them up off the wall, riffing on each other, you know, trying to outwank each other. And it was horrific.
That is a mental image and a half there, that is.
Yeah.
And the problem is they got a little bit of an audience, but after about 5 seconds, there were like a bunch of kids, like my kids when they were younger, with an attention span of about 5 seconds. And they'd get everybody's attention, and then everybody just kind of went, all right, and just kind of walked away.
An arpeggio is an arpeggio, isn't it? Yeah.
And it was like, oh, for God's sake, just naff off so that we can actually get a look at these guitars, because that was the reason I went to the Ibanez booth. Yeah.
I think we'd circled around 2 times and not managed to get on them before we... and we didn't actually get to plug it in, so I can only attest to how it felt and not how it sounded.
Yeah, there was some kind of genty guy trying to prove himself.
Yeah, I mean, he was just sitting there... in his defence, he had the amp down quiet, but he was just practicing his chops. He weren't doing anything.
Yeah, but the Strandberg stand was right next door. if you're gonna be gent, go and get one of those things. They're built for gents.
Yeah. But yeah, we managed to pick one up, and unfortunately, it was set up poorly. The strings were not great, and it put a dampener on the whole situation.
Especially because you didn't get to pump or anything. So, like, if you're going for trying to get the feel of the guitar and then it's set up terribly, then you don't get really anything, do you?
No. I mean, on the plus side though, it saved me $1,000. So, I mean,
yeah. It's quite weird how the cappuccino burst or whatever it's called.
Yeah. Mocha chocolate latte burst.
Yeah. Every single picture you see, it's shiny.
Yeah, it seems gloss. Yeah, but it's not. It was completely satin.
Satin. And I don't think it looked as nice in the flesh as it does in the pictures.
No,
I completely agree. It was really disappointing.
You know, even the actual photo of the actual guitar, the guitar shop that me and you like to go into much, they took a photo of it on like a sofa, and it looked shiny. But then you go and look at it, and it was like
maybe it was just the sofa that was shiny.
Satin. Possibly.
I don't know.
Well, they just cleaned it too much.
That's it. Very ostentatious.
I am going to offer up, as we kind of discussed this when we were chatting just before we started the cast. I am going to offer up an explanation as to why all of those things were set up badly, and I was hoping we'd get a little bit further through the guitar show bit before I said this.
It's about the right time.
This is my catharsis and getting out. This is my therapy session.
Yeah.
Right? You had your turn last week. The problem is that apart from the boutique guitar manufacturers, so the likes of, well, not even boutique, some of the guitar manufacturers, they're like Fidelity, Ford, and Stone Wolf, and some of the other sort of smaller little boutique shops that import stuff in from the States.
Yeah.
The problem, the thing that we found is that the Ibanez stand was being run by, I think it's Westside Distribution.
Yeah.
Or whoever it is that does like the Ibanez and Laney in the UK.
Yeah, it was a big push on Ibanez Laney, weren't it, rather than the guitars themselves.
So you're probably finding that these guitars have been through the hands of every journalist, every small minor guitar show in Europe over the last, at least, they're probably their stock show guitars. This is probably this is going to be the last show they do before Music Messe.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything else in the calendar up until then. So they won't show at Music Messe. They will literally probably send a couple of people along to it.
Yeah.
So that because Ibanez will invite them along, but Ibanez will run that stand. Although I think Westside actually helped Laney run the stand.
Mm-hmm.
So you end up in a situation where they're nails. Things have had it. They've not been set up properly. Nobody gives this stuff because nobody can hear anything on a show floor like NAMM. And the problem is with Birmingham Guitar Show is because it is that much smaller.
Yeah, everything is
amplified. You are hearing a lot more.
Yeah.
So I think that's the biggest problem.
Yeah.
Bugbear, the number of brands that were there that were supposed to be the brand, and it wasn't. It was one of the guitar stores, of which there are 3 big ones in Birmingham. And it was one each of those 3 that were supporting the brands.
Yeah.
So there was a big display of pedals. They'd got Earthquaker devices. They'd got Death and another brand as well. And that was one of the guitar shops. They'd just done a deal with the pedal companies to knock some money off the pedals for that day.
Yeah.
And that was it. And there were a number of other stalls that were exactly the same.
Well, I think even the Strombergs I knew was one of that was actually Guitar.
Yeah, it was Guitar, yeah.
So this is kind of, they do it. I really do understand why they do it. But I think all 4 of us, the same thing. You guys need to step up your game because you were selling all of that stuff that was at the show.
Yeah.
And if you want people to buy it, then you need to get it in a sellable, proper guitar shop condition, giving us shit strings and shit setups to those stores to buy again from them.
Yeah. I mean, that is the make or break between buying a guitar or leaving it on the shelf, isn't it? If it doesn't feel right straight away, you're not going to think, oh, well, I could set it up.
You've already said it. I've saved £1,000.
Yeah.
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 It's exactly that.
I'll rest my case. You're on them.
I mean, I will give them another chance as and when we can get them in stores, but from the sounds of what one of the shops I was talking to last week, it's going to be like June, July time. So it may be a while. Looking at the time, I think we're going to have to skip through a couple of the things that we were talking about. So we might.
Yellow.
Pardon?
The Yellow Rock amps, was it?
Yeah, Yellow Rock amps was next. Yeah. I don't know. Should we do that very quickly? Go on.
I think you can do a very quick one.
Go on. What are they about?
Yes.
Go on, Mr.
I've heard of them. Mainly in like Guitar Magazine and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I didn't realise how expensive they were because I'd just seen adverts, not reviews.
Yeah.
But I mean, it sounded great. You know, it was all right. It had the like the 2-stage level boost.
Yeah.
Reverb was not quite to my liking.
Yeah.
But it was a nice amp, you know. It didn't wow me. I didn't think it was terrible.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it was definitely serviceable, wasn't it? And it was quite touch responsive as well then.
Oh, it was. And, you know, the problem I had with it is the price tag. I think, you know, the show price of $580 should be the price. I don't think £1,200 for the head alone for something that's got an analog, because what are they tube?
Yeah, analog tube pre, and then a solid state power section.
Yeah. So So a half and a digital amp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's worth the 1,200 quid. And I think the combo was 1,600 quid. You know, they came in cool colours. Cool colours, but you know, I think 600 quid should be the price.
Yeah.
But that's all I've got to say. So it was just an amp. It didn't wow me. I didn't think it was rubbish. I wouldn't buy one. But you know.
Yeah.
Thing is, I really liked them, but like I really liked them when I thought they were 600 quid. Like exactly what you just said. Like when I saw the price, like saying 580 on top, and I played one, I was like, oh, this is really, really nice. And I'm like, this is actually a contender for breaking my amp dry spell. But like then it comes up as being 100 quid, and I was kind of like,
yeah,
I am not even an amp connoisseur or anything. I just kind of sat there going, there's definitely amps that are better for 1,200 quid. That price range I can get instead.
Yeah, I think at a push you could get one of the Mesa mini heads. And
well, to be honest with you, at the minute you could buy yourself one of the new sort of 5150 lunchbox heads and the 2x12 cab to go along with it. That price.
Yeah.
And I think you're infinitely better amp.
Yeah.
I think my problem, every time I walk past that stand, and James sat there and played it for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'll massively defer to him on this. But every time I walk past the stand, it sounded all right.
Yeah.
That's it. Mm-hmm. It just sounded all right. And when he told me the price, this is 580 quid. Oh, all right, okay, fair enough. Then he says, of analog and valve. And I went, right, for 500 quid? And he went, yeah, price. And when he told me the real price, I was like, nah, you've had it, mate.
Nah,
forget it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they could get away with it at the show prices, but then, they're asking a bit much. I think the reliability is a selling point for it. However, yeah, I mean it was good. It weren't great. So we'll move on very quickly. Supro. We all had a try of the Supro amps, didn't we? Pardon me.
I really like them.
Yeah,
I really like them, but I've really liked. I kind of get off on that. I think I've said it before. I'm starting to look for an adult amp now. Where the platform is more important actually than anything else. It's what it gives you. It's like being a painter when you're starting out. You paint on shite canvas, and the work looks awful. The sort of more experience you get, the better the canvas you want to start laying your colours down on. I think all of us in our community, James, and our erstwhile colleagues of Throat Talk, Chris and Steve, and even Gavin will say the same thing. You kind of get to an age where you go, I think I've probably found the amp tone I like, and it's invariably massively expensive. And that's the one good thing about these Supros.
Yeah.
I actually don't think they're badly priced.
How much are they?
I think the smaller one that was there was about 900.
I'll agree with you. I don't know.
So 900 to 1,000, I think it was, and I think the larger one was about £1,200-1,300.
Yeah, both me and Yeomans played through. I think we played through the bigger of the two. And the complaint that we had with it, I mean, the clean tone on it was lovely. It sounded like you'd expect, just beautiful. But the way that the amp was set, it was set so if you dug in a little bit, it gave a bit of grit. And the grit had this weird kind of flubby bottom end.
I don't think I would ever buy one, though, for the overdrive and the distortion tones in any case. That's not really what they're for.
Yeah.
I'm in a weird one with this one because I really liked it, but I still don't think I would buy one.
Yeah.
I would like one to look at
I mean,
if I had that, I could buy a 1,300-1,400 quid amp and sit it in the front room just to look at it, then I probably wouldn't use it, because they're one of the best looking amps. The only amp there that was better looking than the Supro was the Great Koch amp, which was just unbelievable.
I'm going to have to say you are wrong there, because the Honey Boys were delightful.
Oh, that's again.
I mentioned to Andrew on the Honey Boy stand that they were so beautifully crafted that they were almost like furniture rather than guitar amplifiers. They weren't like offensive to the eyes in any way. They were just classy.
Right. So the big disclaimer here is that Andy, who owns Honey Boy Amps, is a friend of ours.
However, he is.
However, Carl, we know there are other podcasts that have covered these amps, and they have said exactly the same things that we're about to say about how good they actually are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That good.
Yeah. I mean, we got to both me and Yeomans got to try the smaller and the bigger Honey Boy, and we got to do a little duel with them, which was probably my highlight of the show. It was so beautiful, and the setup for the Honey Boy booth, the smaller amp, was sat on an amp stand where if you sat in the chair, it was pointed directly at your face. So it's almost being like smacked in the face with tone. It was amazing. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your experience with the Honey Boys, Adam?
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely loved it. I mean, my expectations were quite high. Because everyone I'd spoken to about them, was had nothing but praise. But I was like, well, okay, I'm going to go into it blank mind, and not let good reviews get the best of me. And you know what? Everyone's right. They are absolutely incredible, and I don't think I've ever known attack response quite like it.
Yeah.
And it was it's just unadulterated, just pure tone. And I know that's a weird thing to say.
Yeah.
But there's that many amps on the market now that model this and model that and based on this and based on that. It was almost like it wasn't really based on anything.
Yeah.
And I know it probably is. But it felt like it was its own thing and it wasn't trying to be anything else.
Yeah.
And that's what I liked about it. And I thought, for the money, for a hand-built boutique amp, it's just incredible value. Yeah. Absolutely incredible value. And you couldn't ask for a nicer guy to deal with either. And you can pretty much get it to look how you want.
I mean, the big comparison is if you think, which would you pick out of a Yellow Rock or a Honey Boy? The Yellow Rock being just like almost twice the price.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know Andy's saying he's going to put the price up, and because he needs to. I mean, how that guy isn't a millionaire, I'll never know. Because how are they just not flying off the shelf?
I know
for the price he's asking for them.
I know James has got some comments on it, but before I let him ramble on, I just want to pose the question that I asked myself was: is Andy at the moment the best sort of niche boutique amp builder in the UK at the minute? and going on that show and going on and listening to all of you play on the day and listening to a lot of other amps from a lot of other companies, I think he is.
Yeah.
And I'm not just backside there. I honestly believe that is the best value, best built amp in the UK, and probably the best sounding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
I was just going to say that, that was the thing. So when we were on about the Yellow Rock thing, I played that after I'd already played the Honey Boy, and when it came to the thing of realising the price, the immediate thing that went through my brain was the Honey Boy was cheaper.
Yeah,
and it's better. A much better amp. I mean, I think I played it with the Les Paul because he had a Les Paul and a Fender Strat at the sound, and it is the most responsive amp I've ever played. Like when you dig in, it really feels like kind of grit, and you get so much kind of blues
balls.
It's got so many balls. It's got more balls than you can ever imagine. It's like I was playing it really kind of softly at first. And then I kind of hit like a blues, like a hammer on, and suddenly it did this bright, gritty punch all of a sudden. And then I started kind of digging in on it, and it is just absolutely fantastic. Best thing about that was I didn't know the guy was like a mate of yours or a mate of anybody in the group when I played it. You walked over to this stand, and I said, "Can I have a go?" And it was absolutely incredible. And you're right, though, they are pretty as hell.
So James, for context, James is the sort of 50th member of our little merry band and he's literally joined after Sunday, after we'd been to the show.
Yep.
Yeah.
He knew that I was going to take him to see some people. Didn't know who or what they were or what they did or anything. And he literally picked up the Les Paul, started playing, looked at me and went, "Oh, man." Hit that note he was on about and just went, "Oh."
Yeah.
It was, could somebody please get me a new pair of trousers?
I'm really surprised that Andy didn't have a bag of wet wipes just for customers.
He had some lovely chocolates, and I know that Andy listens to this, and Andy and Sarah, I'd just like to say thank you very much for your hospitality. Yeah. Thank you for the chocolates. But more importantly, bringing that amp down to Birmingham for everybody to hear it. And I know that there were a lot of people about when you and Adam were playing. There were a lot of people about. I mean, we had to drag Ollie away from the stand. I think he ended up being Andy's demonstration day.
That's it. He was angling for an adoption, weren't he, Ollie?
Yes, absolutely. And James got to play it, and I had the pleasure of filming it, and taking some photographs and stuff like that, which will surface on in another medium.
Yeah.
But I just really want to say thank you for doing that, because I really hope they get the success that they deserve, because there's a lot of shiters out there that are selling tone and they're selling shite, and he's not.
No.
I mean, that's what I was going on about there. The quality of amp he's building for the money is just incredible. I mean, you look at those, is it 2 Rock amps?
It is 2 Rock.
Yeah. Those heads are what, $4,000, $4,500?
Yeah.
For a head. Just for a head.
It's an expensive head, that is,
isn't it? Who would ever pay £4,000 for head?
Oh, God knows. But then
it's got to be good, hasn't it? It's got to be good.
You plug into. I mean, I only tried the 5 watt. I tried, I think.
Yeah, it's the 5 and an 18,
and
isn't it? I think.
Yeah, and I tell you, I've never played an amp that I just thought I have to have this.
Yeah,
I have to have this. I brought the Blues Cube, and I didn't try one before. I just I'll just get one because it must be good.
Yeah,
and it just turned out, luckily, that it was. But I've never plugged into an amp and just been like, wow.
Yeah, completely
this is just
wowed.
Absolutely incredible. And for a guy that builds them in his shed, his garage, every single amp is built by one guy in his tone workshop. built to how you want it. True British built, no crap Chinese, second-rate parts.
Hand-wired.
And the hand-wired, hand-built, he goes through he goes through everything that goes into those amps, and I'm pretty sure he'll, throw away anything that's not up to par.
Yeah.
And it shows in the amp. You can just plug it in, and with the first chord or the first note,
yeah,
you can tell
quality, isn't it?
Yeah, it's instant, pure, unadulterated tone.
Yeah.
And I think I've got to try really, 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 really hard not to sell everything and just buy one and just be like, this is what I need. Just have that, a Les Paul and a Strat.
Right, so I'm the other side of the West Midlands from you guys, so we're in Coventry. There's an amp builder in Earlston in Coventry called PJ that makes these incredible Marshall creations, and he does two basic ones. He does a very early clean Marshall, and he does a Plexi, and the Plex is incredible. It sounds incredible, but you've got to have it like a Plexi. You've got to dine it.
Yeah.
The clean one sounds great. They look utterly third rate in comparison to the Honey Boys. Yeah. They're brilliant sounding, but they look awful. Yeah. So Andy's managed to do both.
I'm not going to lie, my favourite part about that was when they brought out the carpet sampler, book of the 6 keys.
Yeah.
A little handbook you could listen.
I mean,
whatever you want.
And he was like, if there's something that we haven't got, we'll see whether we can get it.
Yeah.
I know he was talking about he spoke to us briefly about he's going to try and get like a really nice white Tolex. With some bits of gold, and I mean that's filth there. That is pure
absolute
and utter filth.
Filth.
Filthy.
On that filthy bit of news, I think it's going to have to be our cast for today. I know there's so much more that we need to talk about, and we might end up doing the follow-up cast to this next week if we can wrangle it. I've definitely got a little bit of news about the Boss Katana that I need to share, and maybe a little bit on the Kemper as well. But that's going to have to wait until next week now, because we're over the hour. And, so...
That's a shame.
I know. The time does go so quick. Right, so... This is the end of the show, and this is where I forget what I'm... I've got to advertise us all. Right, so if you want to go find us, you go in groups, Fret Talk Podcast. This is all in the show notes, so there's some handy links. Just click. Just like that. If you go on Facebook and Instagram, you find me at Budget Pedal Chap. If you want to follow the cast and subscribe, that's absolutely awesome. Some reviews always help us. Always. So get on and do that. Anything that we want to shill here, guys?
Well, yeah. I mean, I've started up an Instagram account at the grand old age of 48 years old. So I'm Fletch and Guitars on Instagram.
Yes,
I am
you are.
UK Fletch on Twitter. And you may well find me popping up on a friend of ours, the Guitar Geek, on his YouTube channel in the near future. Mm-hmm.
So, let's look out for that. The links to the Guitar Geek stuff is in our show notes as well. And I will try and remember to get you onto our show notes for the Instagram as well, because you're not on at the moment, but hopefully by this one you will.
Well, last time I was positively prehistoric. Last time I was on, and I've seemed to have turned into. And remember, I do IT as a job. So, I'm stepping up my game.
Good man. So, from myself, Mr. Budget Pedal Chap, from our two new members, James and Adam, and from our old git, Paul, it will be a good night from me. Good night, guys.
Good night from me.
Good night.
Tatty bye. Ta-da a bit.
Love you, bye.
Bye, guys.